So, I was pondering this question today. Sometimes in the middle of certain heavy, hard things, you wonder, where is God? Where is Jesus? And I always believe right there. But if we don't perceive it, like we have to learn and grow so that we can move forward, we'll always be looking for someone to come and save us. So I took an automatic writing class over 20 years ago, and I don't always utilize it because I find people are like, oh my gosh, but it's beneficial for me. So today I was thinking, well, what would Jesus do? And this is why I actually love religion for this reason, because I feel like it helps people to have a brighter outlook and to be more positive when things go south. So my first question was, I asked, why so much destruction? And I was told it was necessary to see how far things had gone south. Without revealing the true nature of the wound or infection, how would you know how to treat it? The treatment would only be superficial, and then you would be right back in the same place. Additionally, so many people had blinders on because it didn't affect them directly. Now almost everyone is affected by the high cost of goods and services, as well as insurance prices. And the next generation is feeling a lack of support and hope. It needed to reach a critical mass to gain momentum and to keep moving. So then I asked, why so much corruption? Why is it being revealed in the way that it's being revealed? And I was told, because you had to know how it happened in order to create new laws, regulations, and policies so that this doesn't happen again. There were so many loopholes, but there were not so many who were so bold as to be caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar in broad daylight. Now you can see all of this, and you know how to go bravely in the new direction to create the new world. Didn't think about it exactly like that. And then I asked, so there's so many attempts to distract us and to separate us. Is this a sign that we should have lost everything? Is all hope lost? Or are we making progress? And I was told, you're gaining a huge foothold. This is why there are so many attempts that are being made, and the attempts are speeding up. The hard-won fight is much sweeter and stays in the mind longer. If any of this was easy, you would allow it to happen over and over and over again, because you won't know who the winner is until the last minute. You'll give it your all. You'll fight like your life depends on it, because it does. Wow. Didn't think about any of that like that. And then I said, so what can we expect for 2027? And I said, is it peace? And I'm told, not quite yet. There are still those countries who will need support and help to fight on, and then finally to rebuild. The cruelty, the dehumanization, and the lack of humanity are meant to traumatize you. But if you can hold your heart open, that the old system had to be broken apart for the new system to be brought in, it will all begin to make sense, birthing a new world. It will be uncomfortable, and you will grow. The cellular memory, the anchoring of integrity, humanity, and courage will be worth the effort, and will more clearly solidify the new earth. So I certainly wasn't thinking about it like that. Like everything that we are pushing towards and for is actually anchoring these high vibrational frequencies into the earth. And the more we are focused on doing that, consciousness is what is creating our reality. So I certainly didn't think about it like that. So this gives me hope, just like, birthing a child. No part of it is typically easy, but it's well worth it when you see the face of that beautiful little soul. So I just thought I would use my Jesus card deck to just get any other information, because I feel like that was hugely beneficial to me. But is there anything else that the collective needs to know? Is there anything else that the collective needs to know? I am with you always, even until the end of the world. Don't cry, don't cry. All right, is there anything else that the collective most needs to know? Is there anything else that the collective most needs to know? Whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. And I love when people are praying for me, speaking life into me. The way that they always end the prayers is in Jesus' name. And that's something to remember if maybe you have forgotten that the name of Yeshua or Jesus is very powerful. It holds a very high vibrational frequency. Is there anything else that the collective most needs to know? Is there anything else that the collective most... Okay, so 2 cards fell out, and I'm going to take them both. Whatsoever shall do the will, whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother, my sister, and mother. So this is just telling you that whatsoever you do to the least of us, you're also doing for Yeshua or Jesus. Take therefore no thought of the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. So this is basically just telling us, hey, be present now. Your point of power is in the present moment. And I know for a lot of people, it's probably hard to compute that I believe in God, believe in Jesus or Yeshua, and I'm doing tarot cards. Well, if you do a tiny bit of research, you will find that tarot card decks or something similar were found in Egyptian tombs. The way I learned tarot was that they were Italian playing cards, that somebody was basically looking at the archetypes and the symbology and looking at the placement and what they were asking to divine their meaning. So even if it seems counterintuitive to you, you can believe in a higher power, you can believe in Jesus, and you can do tarot cards. I think it's the intention. And that is, for me anyway, my intention behind doing this was always to help people who were struggling with relationships, with their finances, and with moving forward. And so I hope that this has brought some sort of comfort or assistance to you. And if it has, just leave in the comments if there are other questions you would like for me to ask, because I knew that this was a huge transformation. It's the biggest transition that we will probably experience in our lifetime, but I hadn't thought about it quite like the answers that I received. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a lovely summer, and bye for now.